For latest astrology videos, subscribe Astrodify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live.
Hello everybody, welcome to Astrodify. Today we are going to discuss what is Panchang Dosh and what is Grah Dosh. What are the conditions in which these two kind of doshas manifest in the chart, and what are their results in particular scenarios that we are going to see today. And this is the last part in the sub-series of the Panchanga. We have so far discussed the various elements of Panchanga, Tithi, Var, Karan, Nakshatra and Yoga. If you have not watched those videos, please watch them. The link is given in the card section also, and as well as in the playlist of the channel. And the things which we are going to deal with today about the Panchanga and Grah Dosha, they have direct significance with the past videos. If you have not watched them, you will not be able to understand the concepts which we are going to discuss today. And this is one of those concepts in astrology which is highly ignored, and in my experience I have found out that most of the people don't even know that this kind of situation exists. And this is a very basic thing, very basic thing actually, which happens in the charts of the most people, but people do not know about it, and hence they do not understand why these things, why problems are happening in their marriage or related to health and all those things. So Panchanga Dosh and Grah Dosh play a very vital role sometimes in people's lives if they are manifesting in the chart. So we are going to discuss today what these two concepts are. So to know more, stay tuned with this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. So we are going to discuss what is Panchanga Dosha. And what is Panchanga? I have already told you that Panchanga means 5 limbs of time. So time is the intrinsic part of our lives. We are living our lives in time, experiencing constantly in real time. So in astrology, time is divided into 5 parts, of which one is Var, the day in which the person is born. One is the Tithi, in which the lunar day in which the person is born. One is the Karan, which is the half of the Tithi. And one is the Nakshatra and the Yoga. Nakshatra is the constellation in which the person is born, the moon constellation, and the Yoga. So what are these things? I have already discussed in the past videos. We are going to talk about today the Panchanga Dosha. Now, the first situation, there are 3 situations in which this Panchanga Dosha manifests. The first situation happens when the Varesh and the Tithi Lord are same in the chart, or they are, even if they are different, they are sitting together in conjunction or in direct relation with the in the horoscope with each other. So then the first kind of Panchanga Dosha happens. Now it is simple, because as I have discussed in the past videos, that Varesh is responsible for the fire in the body. It controls the Agni Tattva. Agni means the fire in the body. And the Tithi is responsible for the water, the Jal element in the body. So whenever the Varesh and the Tithi Lord are same, or they are different and in direct relation with each other in the chart, like they are sitting in conjunction, or they are in Parivartan Yoga, or they are in Nakshatra Parivartan, exchanging the nakshatras or the zodiac signs, then this Panchanga Dosha happens. Now, the result of this Panchanga Dosha is that it either destroys the health, create problems related to health, and affects the longevity of the person, or it hampers the marriage and a relationship, and it can do damage to both as well, depending on the situation in the chart. So, and see that this damage which I am talking about, it can happen in any way possible. It depends on the person's chart. Now, that is why it is known as a dosha. The problem here is that dosha means a malefic combination, and here the planet is undergoing a major choice. It has to take a choice, that either it can choose the health and give results, positive results regarding the sustenance of the health and the life and the longevity of the person, or it can help the person to sustain the marriage and a relationship in life. It cannot give good results in both the domains, both the areas. That is why it is considered as a malefic yoga, and it is one kind of Panchanga Dosha. So for example, let's suppose a person is born on a Sunday, and the tithi in which the person is born is Pratipada, the first lunar day. So Lord of Sunday is Sun and the Lord of Pratipada is Sun. If you don't understand who is the Lord of each day and tithi, I have explained in the past videos, watch them. So the thing here is that in this situation, Sun is the ruler of the Var as well as the tithi. So Sun is ruler of the Agni, the fire element also, as well as the water element also in the chart. Now, depending on the placement of the Sun in the chart, how it is placed, it will be determined that what kind of choice Sun is making in the chart. Because Sun in this situation where it is manifesting this Panchanga dosha, and it can happen with any planet. I am just taking an example of Sun. So what happens is that Sun has to make a choice. It can either support the health or the life or the marriage of or the relationship of the person. The thing it will choose, it will be dependent on the chart itself. It's going to be reflected in the chart that what planet is choosing. So the area where it is supportive, that area will function fine. If it is good for health, health will be fine. And hence, vice versa, marriage is going to be problematic and troublesome. And if it is good for marriage, then marriage will function fine and health will suffer. So this is the first Panchanga dosha, how it is manifesting. And if the planets are different, let's suppose a person is born on a Monday, the Lord of Monday is Moon, and the person is born on a Tritiya, Tithi Tritiya. So Tritiya is controlled by Mars. So Moon and Mars, let's suppose they are in conjunction. Then also the Panchanga dosha is going to happen. Now you have to see who is the strongest planet, who is the stronger among the two, and who is making good yogas. So the one who is stronger among the two, that will win the battle, and the areas controlled by that planet is going to be good, and the other planet will lose, and the areas governed by that planet will suffer. So if Moon and Mars, in this example which I have taken, if Moon is stronger, then the health and life and longevity will function fine, marriage will suffer. And if Mars is strong, then marriage will function fine, health will suffer. So this is the first kind of Panchanga dosha which happens, and this is a very basic concept which you can see in the charts. And most of the time people say that my Lagna Lord is very well placed, ninth Lord is very well placed, planets which are governor of the health and life, they are suitable. Still, I am facing a lot of health issues. This might be one of the reasons which can be happening in the case, in the chart. So this is the first kind. Second kind of Panchanga dosha happens when the Karanesh and the Nakshatra Lord are same or they are together in relation in the chart. This is the second kind of Panchanga dosha. Here what is happening, two different opposite elements are mixing together. One is Prithvi and one is Vayu. So earth and air, they are opposite. Like fire and water, they are opposite to each other, enemies as well. And similarly, earth and air are enemies to each other. And in this situation, Karan Lord is always having Prithvi Tattva. Means it has earth element. And the Nakshatra Lord has Vayu Tattva, air element. So whenever the same planet is the ruler of the Karan as well as the ruler of the Nakshatra. I have explained this, who is the ruler of what Karan and Nakshatra in the previous videos. You can watch them. So if the Lord of the Karan and the Nakshatra are same or they are different but sitting together and in a strong relation in the chart, then again this is the second kind of Panchanga dosha. And here again the same situation, the planet has to make a choice, but the choice is now different. The planet is now going to either support the career, education, wealth and assets of the person, means the material, professional, financial aspect of the person, or it's going to affect the peace of the mind. It has capacity to give major negative transformations also and shattering of personality, mainly in the time periods or the dasha periods of those planets. So here, Nakshatra Lord is responsible for your sanity, for your peace of mind, for your comfort, for your mental, emotional balance. And the Karana Lord is responsible for your career, profession, wealth, assets, and material progress. So here, if this situation is occurring in the chart, and let's suppose you say that my 10th Lord is very well placed and your Karanesh is suffering, your Nakshatra Lord is winning and the Karanesh is suffering, still the person is going to face disruption or problems in career, wealth, assets and material progress. Or vice versa, let's suppose the Nakshatra Lord is getting afflicted and Karanesh is well placed, then career, wealth, assets and material progress is going to be fine. But mentally, you will never be at peace. No matter how much accomplished and successful you become, still you will never be happy. Sadness will always be there. Negative thoughts, mental tension, anxiety, panic, all kind of what you can say personality issues, emotional issues are going to bother you. So this is the second kind of Panchanga dosha which happens. So let's suppose a person is born in Balav Karna and the person is born in Rohini Nakshatra. So Lord of Balav is moon and Lord of Rohini is also moon. So now here this second kind of Panchanga dosha is happening. Now you have to see that how the moon is placed in the chart and what kind of choice it is making. If let's suppose moon is well placed for career, because moon is your mind also. So if moon is well placed for career, it's going to give good results regarding career and wealth and assets and material progress, but it's going to hamper the mental peace and balance. And if let's suppose moon is well placed for your mental peace and balance and emotional stability, then it's going to hamper your career or wealth or finances. So that's how you have to see. And if the lords are different, then if they are in relation, then also you have to see who is winning, who is stronger among the two. And the planet which is stronger among the two, the planet which is responsible for the area which it governs in the chart, that will function fine, the other will suffer. This is the second type of Panchanga dosha. Third type here is Sankranti dosha. Sankranti here is referred to Surya Sankranti. So Sankranti means transition of sun from one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign. Sun remains in one sign for 1 month, and every month sun changes the zodiac sign from one place to another. And whenever, let's suppose, if the person is born on the Surya Sankranti, means the day when the moon, when the sun was changing the zodiac signs, transiting to another zodiac sign, then the Varesh will become weak. So the person, let's suppose, if any person is born on any day, let's suppose Tuesday, the Lord of Tuesday is Mars, and the person is born on a Surya Sankranti, means the day in which the sun was changing the zodiac sign. Then the things related to the houses controlled by the Varesh. Varesh means the Lord of the day in which you were born. So Tuesday Lord is Mars. So the houses or the things which Mars governs in the chart, it can be anything. It can be marriage, it can be health, it can be career, it can be finances, it can be family, education, children, anything. It can be anything depending on the house placement of the Mars and the yogas it is making. That areas are going to be suffering a lot. So anything it can be seen. So here it happens when the person is born on Surya Sankranti, then the things related to the Lord of the day in which the person is born, the houses governed by Varesh in the chart are going to be suffering, and the things related to the planet sitting in the houses of that planet. Let's suppose Mars is controller of 4th house. The planets sitting in the 4th house are also going to create problems, because now they are not going to have strength. So this is how Sankranti dosha happens. So this is another third category of dosha. Now, these are the main 3 types of Panchanga dosha which are categorized in astrology. Now, there are certain principles, rules, which we are going to discuss now. They are not considered as dosha, but they are important rules or factors which you have to keep in mind. So the other principles here are, if the Varesh is related to water, then it is bad for health and life. Means it can create certain discomfort or health problems generally, because water and fire are opposite in nature, in element. So Varesh is naturally having Agni Tattva. So the Lord of the day in which the person is born, the weekday Lord, is the responsible planet for the movement of fire in your body. If that planet, let's suppose the person is born on a Tuesday, the Lord of Tuesday is Mars, and Mars is also a fiery planet. But Mars in general is going to hold the fire element in your body. It can be any planet. Let's suppose a person is born on a Friday. The Lord of Friday is Venus. Now Venus is not a fiery planet, it is a watery planet. But in your case, Venus is holding fire in your body since you were born on a Friday. So if that situation, in this situation, if the Varesh is related to water, then it is going to be discomforting or bad for health and life. It is not considered good and auspicious. So it can create any kind of health issues. So if let's suppose I talked about Mars. So if Mars is sitting in watery signs, or if it is sitting in watery signs and with watery planets, then it can create certain health issues. Similarly, if the Tithi Lord is related to fire, then it is bad for marriage and emotional fulfillment, because Tithi is water in nature. So the planet responsible for your Tithi is going to be, planet controlling your Tithi is going to be responsible for holding the water in your body. So let's suppose a person is born on a Pratipada. The Lord of Pratipada is Sun. Now Sun is a fiery planet, but it is going to hold water in your case. It is going to be responsible for your marriage if you are born on a Pratipada. So here, if the Sun is placed in Agni Rashis, means it is exalted, or it is in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, then, or it is sitting with Mars or Ketu, then it means that fire element is high, because Sun itself is fire. Now it is going to be problematic for marriage or emotional fulfillment. So this is how you have to see. This is the second principle. Now the third thing here is that if the Karan is related to air, then it is troublesome for career and material progress and stability. So if the Karan Lord is going to be related to the air signs, Vayu Tattva Rashis. So air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Then you have to see that how other planets are placed. And if it is achieving the strength, then it is not going to create too much problems. But if it is damaged and it is vulnerable already in air signs, then problems related to career and finances and stability and material progress can be seen. So these are three general principles which you have to keep in mind while checking the placements of the Varesh, Tithi and Karan in the chart. Now the next concept which we are going to take today here is Graha Dosha. Graha means planet, Dosha means malefic yoga. So there are certain situations in which if any planet creates a Graha Dosha, then also the respective areas get damaged and destroyed. So let's suppose, this is the table which you are seeing here, that Sun, whenever it is in conjunction with Saturn, and remember here, this is only applicable for Varesh and Tithi. This is not applicable in general. If you are born on a Sunday or you are born on a Pratipada Tithi, then it means Sun holds the importance for being the Varesh or the Tithi Lord. Similarly, you have to check the Lord of the day and the Tithi Lord in which you are born. Now the planet in whose Tithi and Varesh you are born, if that planet makes the Graha Dosha, then it hampers that area. So let's suppose the person is born on a Sunday, and if that person is born on a Sunday and in the chart, if Sun and Saturn are in conjunction or Sun and Mercury are in conjunction, then it will be bad for health. At some point in life, that person is going to suffer major health issues. So here you have to see that what is the table here, that in certain scenarios, planets make doshas. If Sun is in relation with Saturn, then it is a Graha Dosha. It is generally considered bad. Then if Moon is with Rahu, then also Graha Dosha is happening. Mars with Ketu, Sun with Mercury. Sun with Mercury is good for intelligence, learning, education. It gives sharp mind, but it is bad for other things. It can be for marriage or health, but you have to see that it can be troublesome for those areas if you are born on, let's suppose you are born on a Wednesday and your Mercury is in conjunction with Sun, or let's suppose you are born on a Sunday and Sun is in conjunction with Mercury. So it is good for your intelligence and learning and sharpness of the mind and education and all those things, but it's not going to be good for your health at some point. So that you have to see, because Varesh is responsible for your health and life. Similarly, if Jupiter and Moon are in conjunction together, this is considered a good yoga. But if they are together and they are the Lord of the Var and the Tithi, then it is good for wisdom, learning, spiritual life and other philosophical pursuits. But it is bad for other things, bad for material life. It's not considered good. Let's suppose you are born on a Dvitiya Tithi. So Tithi is responsible for marriage, and in your case Moon is in conjunction with Jupiter. You might think that okay, this is a very good yoga, but it is really bad for marriage. It's not going to be functioning fine. In this case, marriage suffers because the Graha Dosha is happening. Same thing. Venus and Mars. So Venus and Mars is a negative combination whenever it happens. Then Saturn and Mercury. It is good for money, for material progress, for business pursuits, but it is bad for other things. Then Rahu and Jupiter, generally bad. This is a Guru Chandal Yoga also. It is not considered auspicious at all. And then Ketu and Venus, whenever Venus and Ketu are together, then also the Graha dosha happens. You have to remember this table. But Venus and Ketu, as I mentioned, this is bad for other things, but in general, very, very good for renunciation and spiritual life if the person has other yogas. So you have to see that the day in which you were born and the tithi in which you were born, the lord of those day and the tithi, if they are making the Graha dosha, then the things related to them are going to suffer. Whether or not you are having the Panchanga dosha, it does not matter. If you have the Graha dosha also, that is sufficient to damage that area in the life. So Panchanga dosha is different from Graha dosha. And here, Graha dosha is in what kind of scenarios it is happening, that I have told you, and how you have to look at it, that we will see in another video later, where we will take examples that how the Graha doshas and Panchanga doshas are affecting the health or the life or the marriage or other aspects of both the things in a person's life. Then you will be able to understand much better. But so far I have explained here that in what scenarios both these doshas manifest in the chart and how you have to look at them and what are the results of these doshas. So far, I hope that you would have understood by now that what Panchanga is and how you have to see it. Later on, with examples, we will discuss how to apply these principles, what we have studied. But next time, we are going to discuss certain other basic principles of astrology. Then we are going to move ahead with the application part of these principles and the things which we have learned so far. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, subscribe below. For more, check out my website and Facebook page and Instagram. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.